It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Yeah, babe. Say it with me.
All the way from Tokyo, Japan to Toronto, here's another episode of Binder Blunder.
Hi doing YouTube, welcome to another episode of Binder Blunders. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the review of Abyss Rising.
We're going to trailblaze a little and try to revitalize the way set reviews are done.
AKA the proper way.
We're going to highlight some key cards in this set, whether this set is worth investing in, can you make your money back, and what's going to happen when TCG exclusives are released.
Will it make a difference? Will it change the entire way of looking at the actual set? We'll come to the TCG exclusives and the new review once the TCG exclusives are actually announced.
So as it sits, it's an 80 card set straight from Japan. We found about 15 cards in the whole set that are worth your time.
We're just going to cover, once again, a few of those cards. Then you guys can go do your research and make your own decisions from what you've learned. The first one that we're going to cover is everyone's favorite so far because it has guns. Gunman. Now it's a Exceed monster, takes 2 level 4s. Not going to happen all that often because how many level 4s can you summon per turn? Like 1. Pretty much you can take off a material from the card to have it gain 1000 attack. Now it's already 1500, that means it goes up to 25. So it's already more powerful, let's say, than your average Exceed monster. Plus, when you do this, you can also take off 500 attack points from one of your opponent's monsters. So if you're facing off against a 2500 beater, it becomes 2000, you become 25, bang bang ba-boom. Now, of course, there are stipulations. It must be in attack mode. However, you can also have a defense position effect activate. Pretty much when Gunman is in defense mode, you can activate this effect, remove one of the materials, inflict 800 damage. Now, the one thing that we can see in this sort of way of thinking, it's a lot like Dark Strike Fighter. It's that last little push at the very end. A little bit of 800 here, a little bit of 800 there. Pretty much you're attacking with a whole bunch of level 4s, then you exceed at the very end, do another 16 to the face, pretty broken.
The next card we want to talk about is Solar Windjammer. It's a level 5 machine, light type monster that can be special summoned while you control no monsters. You can get a level 5 monster on your board for free turn 1. He's also machine, which supports the Karakuri archetype. A level 2, a level 3, emergency teleport anyone, boom, you make a Karakuri, and you haven't even normal summon that turn. Pretty fair. You can Diva play into him. You could do a lot of cool stuff with this card. I think it has lots of potential. Not just in a Karakuri machine style build, but any synchro deck. This could potentially bring back synchros. Because again, E-teleport, level 3, level 5, make an 8, assault mode activate, woo! You got a cool deck.
The next card that we're going to talk about is Madolche Ticket, or Black Whirlwind, or Wind Up Factory. Whatever, it's for Madolches, that's all you need to know. Pretty much when a Madolche effect activates, putting it back into the hand or deck, or just randomly back into the hand or deck, you can search out a Madolche monster. So when your Mageline comes out, you're already searching for that 1-for-1, now it dies, you search for another Madolche something or other. Talk about broken combos. We're going to wait until the rest of the Madolches come out. So far, there's been a lot of popularity with Madolches, so this card will help them a lot.
Mulan Glacia, the Elemental Lord. It is the grand soil of water that we've been all waiting for. You need 5 water monsters in your graveyard to special summon from your hand. 2800, who cares about his defense? If he leaves the field, you lose your battle phase next turn. But wait, there's a middle effect. When he is summoned, target 2 cards randomly from your opponent's hand and throw them in the graveyard. Ha ha ha! Now, of course, you're probably not going to be able to pull this off turn 1, but if Mermals and Atlanteans finally gang up together, maybe throw some frogs and some Gen X in there, who knows? Maybe turn 1 you can have 5 waters in the grave, and you can take all the cards from your opponent's hand, and you can win right there. That would be fair, fun Yu-Gi-Ohs. Did I mention he's level 8 so you can trade him in if you had to?
The next card that we're going to talk about is Abyss Warrior. Pretty much you discard any water monster from your hand to the graveyard to put something, probably, most likely, in your graveyard to the top of your deck. That way you can draw it next turn. Most likely you're going to have an Abyss Warrior, you're going to discard a Treeborn Frog to probably put one of your Monarchs to the top of the deck. Or one of your spell cards to the top of the deck. Or one of your trap cards to the top of your deck. Pretty much the most broken card that is in your graveyard right now just went back onto the top of your deck. When you're discarding a Treeborn anyway, you're discarding a Swap Frog anyway, you can discard it with Atlanteans and that kind of thing to work out better cards onto the top of your deck. Now you're not going to be able to use the Atlantean effects because this is a cost, but it'll still be pretty good when you can put that Monster Reborn back onto the top of your deck, when you put that Heavy Storm back onto the top of your deck, when you put that Dark Hole on the back on the top of your deck. Broken.
The next card is Lemura, the Forgotten City, which is a field spell card that is treated as Yuumi while it's on the field and gives all your little water monsters a 200 boost. Yippee! But it has a second effect, that it increases the level of all water monsters you control by the number of water monsters you control. So let's do an example here, okay? Daniel summons his Abyss Warrior, who's level 4, and he has this field spell on the field. The Abyss Warrior counts itself as a water monster and it gains a level. So now it's level 5. That's pretty crap, who cares, right? You're right. But, let's say I summon Diva, and I have my field spell, and I special summon another level 2 non-tuner from the deck. There's 2 water monsters, they each gain 2 levels. Now I have 2 level 4 monsters. I can exceed for a rank 4, or I can synchro for any level 8. That's pretty good. It's pretty endless and plausible that you can do a lot of cool things with this. I think it has potential. Daniel doesn't, but tough bananas for him.
The next archetype that we're really happy with is the Mermails, or Mermals, or Mermurals, Mermurs.
We're not going to go too in-depth, okay? But the archetype is amazing. They have some good support cards. They work with the water support that already exists. They work with the Atlanteans. They are good. I see them having tons of potential. They garner so much advantage, so much plus, so much offensive roar. They're a great force to be reckoned with.
The fact that they're releasing a water structure deck and this set all together obviously means that they're supposed to work together. It's Abyss Rising.
In conclusion, we've roughly mathed it out to having this box 19% out of 100 cards that you actually want. If you pulled one of, if you follow our drift, okay? So your ratio is pretty crap, okay? We don't specifically say that it's worth buying a box at this point in time. If the TCG exclusives are revealed to be amazing, of tour guide quality or card D or something of that
caliber.
As it sits, we have roughly maybe 1 secret rare available within the cards we selected. And to be fair, it's not even that broken, okay? Take 2 cards to your opponent's hand, big deal. But people are gonna flaunt over it and go crazy because some guy made Grand Soil $45. So his little brother is going to be equally $40 probably.
Being realistic, it's probably not a good idea to buy actual boxes to hopefully pull the card that you're looking for. This is the kind of set that you're probably going to want your local store to be buying all the boxes, cracking all the packs, and then you choose the cards that you want to pick. Then you can make your deck, then you can play your Yu-Gi-Ohs. But actually buying a box, hoping to pull the Grand Soul lookalike that's water, or any of the Mermails that are probably going to be anywhere from common to rare to super rare, if that. They're going to really screw us over if they make them secret rare, but let's not get into that. Let's face it, these cards are mediocre. You don't want to be buying boxes to get mediocre things. Going to Return of the Duelist, it was a box of mediocre stuff. It was the start of a set. The Madolches were meh, Grand Soul meh. You know, pretty much you were hoping for a Gear armor or a Gigant X. Not a lot of people pulled them together. It was probably better, instead of buying 4 to 6 boxes, not pulling any of them, to just buy the single cards. So all in all, what we have to say, and this is very important, don't make those binder blunders. It's raining man! Hallelujah! It's raining man!